One of the techniques that instructors out here teach is to simply use two hands on the steering wheel. You definitely have more control that way. Ideally, your base position will be at 9 and 3 o'clock, and they also teach the shuffle steer, which is basically keeping two hands on the wheel and adjusting with your particular turns. When it comes to flash flooding, a picture can say 1,000 words. In this particular case, we had floodwaters up to the windows of that particular car. We also had people wading in water up to their chest, at least 2.5 to 3 feet. And of course, these thunderstorms just dumped inches of water in a very short amount of time, and that's why these can be so dangerous. If you're on the roadways and you spot a tornado, emergency management officials say you should not try to outrun it. Instead, leave your vehicle. Survey the area for any sturdy structures. If one is not available, seek a low-lying area, like a ditch. Get close to the ground and wait out the storm. The Caddens consider themselves lucky. Because it was Mother's Day, they had just returned from a long trip and had not put their daughter to bed. When the tree fell, it actually hit their small daughter's bedroom, the impact point right next to her bunk bed. As we begin to see rain changing over to a wintry mix, travel becomes more hazardous this afternoon, and of course another threat will be during the overnight period where any precipitation across the Midlands could turn into black ice. Of course, the areas most susceptible to this would be bridges and overpasses that cool a bit more quickly than roadway surfaces. So the suggestion tonight is that if you don't have to be out on the roadways, simply do not travel and wait until Sunday afternoon. Reporting for Watch Fox News, I'm Justin Keir. Thanks, Tim. We're standing out here on the Gervais Street Bridge, and as you can see, we're still dealing with mostly just a rain situation here. Local roadways wet, but still passable at this point. Of course, the main shift will be this afternoon going into this evening during the overnight period and the threat of black ice as temperatures look to be dropping into the low 20s and upper teens tonight. The areas most susceptible to black ice, of course, bridges and overpasses. So the suggestion to many folks is if you don't have to be on the roadways, simply do not travel tonight during the overnights. Reporting from the Gervais Street Bridge, I'm Justin Keir. It's not just a figure of speech when Ruby calls this place home. You see, this chair is her bed. She lives here 24 hours a day, and she says if the farmer's market moves, she doesn't know where she'll go. Despite the destruction, Robinson considers himself lucky because had this been the weekend, his daughter would have been sleeping in this bedroom.